Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Touch a Truck Road Trip. I'm your host, Jatinder Dhaliwal, Chief Engineer at the Abbotsford Centre. We've got something pretty cool for you today. We're going to be checking out a bunch of heavy equipment. But before we hit the road, I just wanted to remind you that throughout the month of September, the Abbotsford Centre will be collecting donations on behalf of Envision Financial's The Full Cupboard, which in turn goes to the Archway Food Bank of Abbotsford. Donations can be made in person here at the Abbotsford Centre or online at abbotsfordfoodbank.com/donate by writing Touch a Truck and your contact information in the message center. As a thank you, anyone who donates throughout the month will be entered to win one of several prize packs, including the grand prize of a Nintendo Lite and a $50 gift card to the Nintendo store. For more information on prizing and how to donate, visit abbotsfordcentre.ca or click on the link in the description of this video. Now let's head over to our first stop, Westera Equipment. Alright guys, I'm here with Darren at Westera Equipment, and right behind us we have a brand new DOOSAN excavator. How's it going, Darren?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Good, good. Can you tell me a bit more about this?
Yeah, so this is actually one of our smallest excavators. Everything from here gets bigger and bigger. This machine would be used typically in a lot of building like new houses, digging lots, helping with road works. Lots of different things they can use this particular piece for.
That's cool. So this is one of the smaller ones.
This is actually one of the smallest that we deal with in the DOOSAN line. Everything from there is bigger and bigger.
So how about some of the bigger excavators? What are they usually used for?
More in like mining applications and rock quarries. So where all the materials come from to actually build the foundation for your house and all our roadways.
Cool. So it's a very versatile machine. It can do almost anything in the construction world, mining, forestry, you name it. Let's go take a look at some of the pieces of it.
Right off the bat, you'll notice there's the big blade sticking out on the front of the machine. This would help with stabilizing the machine when you're on like uneven ground and terrain, and then for pushing roadways and backyards, just helping make everything level and flat. It just makes everything go a lot faster than using your bucket, so just some more versatility. Yeah, and up front here we have our, this was called the boom and the stick, and our bucket hangs off of that, and then this guy that you see hanging off of here is the thumb. So you just think of it like your hand and your thumb, so you can reach out and pick things up and grab it, throw rocks around, pull down trees, a number of different things.
Cool, cool. And are there different types of buckets that you can get?
Yeah, so typically like a standard setup, you would get a smaller, narrower bucket for digging, and then you'd have a bigger bucket like this one for cleaning up and loading trucks. There's also a number of different other attachments that you can put on the front of it. Things like jackhammers and breakers for breaking up rock and concrete. Mowers for helping trim down tree lines and brushing. Grapples for, again, demolishing houses. Countless different attachments that you can put on the front.
That's really cool. So you're not just digging holes with these machines.
Correct. So it's kind of, they try to make one tool, you know, let's do as much as we can with one piece of machinery.
Let's go take a look inside the cab. All right, Darren, why don't you tell us what some of these functions are?
Yeah, so here I am in the operator cab. We have control levers for each one of our tracks. So to move the left track, you can do it forward and back, and same thing with the right track. So typically a lot of people would actually use their feet on these so they can have their hands on the joysticks while they're actually moving the machines. Our joysticks, so we got two joysticks, one which would control the rotate of the house independent of the tracks, and then our boom and stick and our bucket are all on the joysticks, so as well as our thumb controls, which are fingertip. Some other things that we have in the cab, we have a display monitor here, which actually the machine has two cameras on it, so you can see behind you and to the side of you right on the screen.
Cool. So you're doing everything with both hands and both feet.
Correct. So you pretty well got 4 points of contact with your hand and feet at all times running the machine.
And do you need special training to be able to operate these pieces of equipment?
Currently, there's no certified ticket, but there's a number of different training courses available and safety courses, yes.
Well, it looks pretty comfortable in there. I imagine you have to spend a lot of time in there.
Yeah, they try to make them as comfy as you can. We got heated seats, we got air conditioning, we got lunch boxes, we got just about everything in here to try to keep you guys happy all day.
Nice. Well, that's pretty sweet. Why don't we take a look at some of this other equipment you have here?
Sounds good.
Hey guys, so behind us we have a DOOSAN wheel loader. Darren's going to tell us a bit more about it.
Hey guys, this is kind of our middle of the range wheel loader. So we have a number of loaders that are smaller than this, and then we actually have some loaders that are a lot bigger than this. So if you look at the tire, for example, me standing beside it, I'm 6 feet tall. Just imagine bigger loaders where the tires get even taller and taller, right? So typically we'd use a loader of this size in things like mining and quarries. And actually, one thing that a lot of people don't know, these machines actually move mushrooms. So all the mushrooms that you buy at your local supermarket all come from a facility where these loaders are moving them around.
That's cool. And is this four-wheel drive?
It's four-wheel drive, yes, all the time, and it actually steers by articulating. So the front tires don't move and the rear tires don't move. The actual whole machine splits in half to turn.
That's cool. So this would be really great in the snow.
Very good. So brings up a good point. A lot of the ski resorts and municipalities actually use these machines for pushing snow as well and clearing parking lots.
So also a very versatile machine. Darren, this is a pretty big bucket.
Yeah, we call this a 5.5 yard size bucket. Basically equates to, depending on the type of material, but every scoop you're moving around 10 to 15,000 pounds of material in one go.
And so can you get a lot of different attachments for this?
You can get different size buckets, you can get grapples, you can get sweepers, you can get snow blades and pusher attachments. You can also get snow blowers and mowers for these wheel loaders, as well as pallet forks.
Ooh, wow, this bucket's pretty big. You can almost turn it into a pool on a nice hot day.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. I'm gonna have to go grab my swim shorts.
Oh, before that, why don't we take a look at the cab?
Sounds good. Let's have a look. So here we are in the cab of the wheel loader. These are a lot more similar to your parents' car. They're actually steered with a steering wheel, and they have a gas pedal and a brake pedal. And then all of your front attachments are used or controlled with the joystick. So similar to the excavator. Again, people are spending a lot of time in these machines, so they just want to try to make them as comfortable as possible. We have heat, air conditioning, heated seats, air suspension seats for a comfier ride. Just things we want to try and keep the guy running it happy.
All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to say thank you to Darren at West Air Equipment. Darren, we had a great time. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for coming. It was a pleasure having you. Hope to see you again.
Hey guys, we're here at the banks of the Fraser River with Western Concrete, and we're going to check out the 10M mixer truck. Take a look. Hey guys, I'm here with my friend Cash at Western Concrete, and he's going to tell us a bit about this truck behind us. Morning, Cash. How you doing?
Morning, Peter. I'm very well this morning. I'm a driver with Western Concrete. I drive this Western Star. It hauls 10 meters of concrete, so we call it a 10M truck. It's got 12 wheels. It's got 4 on the front because these trucks are extremely heavy. They haul, fully loaded, they haul 54,000 pounds of concrete.
Holy cow, 54,000 pounds, guys. Gosh, how many wheelbarrows is that?
That's about 160 wheelbarrows.
160 wheelbarrows. That's cool. You want to show us how it works?
I sure do.
Let's take a look.
First thing in the morning we do after we pre-trip our truck is we back it under the plant. The plant loads us full of our media. It's a mix of sand, gravel, and then the cement mix comes out of those silos. It goes into the back of the truck, and then we have to move over to the slump rack where we spin the load to mix it properly to the slump that's required for the job. Okay, so the Western Star has an 8-speed transmission. Your parents might have a standard transmission in their vehicle, but the cool thing about this one is it actually has 3 different levels. It can go into bow low, where it has extreme amounts of power, but it doesn't move very fast. for climbing through rough terrain and up hills. On the highway, it's got 2 sets of gears, so it would be like having maybe 3 transmissions. It's a very powerful truck. So this is the controller for the drum. When I want to spin my drum, I have to spin it all the time and keep the mix moving to keep it in good shape. You start your drum and then you get it turning. Some of the jobs when we get to, they require us to unload through chutes. You can add these chutes to the truck to get more reach and get into longer distances away from the truck, between buildings, for pouring driveways and sidewalks. This is folded up for transport. When we get to the job, we let it down, and then we can extend the chute as far as we need. Sometimes we pull into a job and there's a pump there. You might have seen them. Big arm going up over the buildings, over the houses. You may have seen them around the city. We like to pump into those because it's a much simpler and quicker job for the driver.
Thanks, Cash. That was really cool. We should take this for a spin. Maybe go do a job.
Jatinder, I will do that for you, only on one condition.
Sure.
At the end of the job, you wash my truck.
I have to wash it?
Yes.
All right.
You missed the spot.
Oh, man. Hey guys, so today we're here at Blackwood Building Center and Kevin is kind enough to show us his truck. Kevin, can you tell me a bit more about your truck?
Yeah, well, this is a Peterbilt mobile crane truck, and we use it to deliver building supplies to all the people that need it to build their homes.
Yeah, so you've probably seen these all around town delivering all the stuff that you see that gets used to build a house, from wood, stone, concrete parts, you name it, these guys can deliver it.
Absolutely.
Kevin, how high does this reach?
It is a 70-foot crane.
That's pretty neat. And you operate this at the truck, or do you have a remote that you can show us?
There's 2 options. There's controls at the truck, but I also have this remote that lets me do everything up to 100 feet away, so I can be wherever I need to be.
So Kevin, can you tell me about these right here?
So these are my stabilizer legs. You have to put these out before you take the crane out, otherwise the truck would flip over. And that's a pretty bad thing.
Wow, this is a pretty big crane. How much weight can it usually lift?
Well, if you're nice close in, it can lift about 10,000 pounds, but if you're way stretched out about 70 feet, it's only about 2,000 pounds.
Wow. And how much weight can the truck hold?
The whole truck can carry about 24,000 pounds.
That's a lot of toys.
I would think so.
So did it take you very long to learn how to operate this?
No, it's just about a weekend course, but then there's a lot of training that goes on around that.
So all you kids out there that want to learn how to drive a flatbed crane truck, keep at it. Maybe Kevin will show you one day.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and a big thanks to Kevin at Blackwood Building Center.
Bye.
Wow, this is a pretty neat looking truck. Holy cow. Hey Sasha, how you doing?
Good, thank you. And you?
Good. What is this?
Well, this is a roll-off truck with a hook lift system on it. It's an international 7400.
7400.
7400, yeah.
That's cool. So when you say roll-off truck, what exactly do you mean by roll-off?
Well, basically the truck will take this whole deck and roll it off the back, off these wheels, and drop it on the ground. The driveway, leave the deck just the way it is behind.
That's pretty cool. What kind of things do you usually, what's that? Now that's a scissor lift
It's
or
a boom lift.
A boom lift. Cool.
Yeah.
So is that typically the things you guys carry on these trucks?
Yeah, actually with the flat deck we can put anything on there.
Anything on?
Yeah,
Really neat.
but yeah, construction equipment, mostly construction equipment, this wheel loaders, that type of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how many people can sit in this truck?
Well, it's actually designed to carry 2 passengers, but it has a bed in the back. But I mean, you could put 5 people in there.
A bed in the back so you can take naps.
So you can have a nap.
All right,
Just
cool.
don't let the bus seat.
And do you roll off the truck from the inside the cab or at
Yes,
the back?
from inside the truck.
All right, why don't we go take a look at the inside of this truck and see how it works? Come on, guys.
Okay, so this is a multi-function truck, actually. It has a bunch of different functions in here. So it has a light controller up top. This is your hook lift system here. This is the light controller for the light bar. This is also a plow truck, so this is a plow controller. So this whole truck is kind of, somebody told me it's like a video game. The truck is kind of like a video game. And this is for a sander, and then this is the transmission. So all these things work individually. And then this is also a brake controller for a trailer, which we don't have today. So this is how we control the deck, the hook lift system. We have a power takeoff switch, strobe switches, and a whole bunch of other switches that do a bunch of different functions. And these are the controllers for the deck to roll it on. And I'll do that now.
Wow, Sasha, that's really cool. So this hooks onto there?
Yes, this hooks onto here, and it picks it up or puts it down, whichever way you're doing it. Pulls it up, slides on these rollers, goes into here. These hydraulic cylinders go down. This is also multifunction as well, in which this will also act as a dump box. So it's a roll-off system, but this whole thing will actually lift up and be like you can actually dump it like a dump truck.
Okay, cool. So if you don't have a flat deck, you can use a dump box or a big
Dump box. We have
container.
bins, and then we can use them as a dump truck.
All right, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna, if you don't mind watching this, I'm just gonna go to Tim Hortons for a coffee. And I'll be
All right,
back shortly.
I'll just hang out right here.
Okay, thanks. Hey, Jitender, wake up, I'm back.
Oh, Ooh, I
How did it go?
was just having a nice little dream about being a roll-off truck driver. Cool.
Nice.
Well, Sasha, thank you very much, and a big thanks to A.S.K Contracting for taking the time and showing us this really cool roll-off truck. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Thanks.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Touch a Truck Road Trip. A big thank you to today's exhibitors, Westera Equipment, Western Concrete, Blackwood Building Centers, and A.S.K Contracting. Don't forget to tune in next week where we'll be checking out some military equipment, including an Iltis utility vehicle, a tank, and a World War II era motorcycle. Okay, guys and gals, we'll see you guys next week on Touch a Truck, Tuesday.